What is up, guys? Swilla back again with another video. We're doing a Treyarch Zombies tier list. And this, my opinion, I feel this will be a based, valid tier list. If you don't agree with me, I guess. For some of these maps, I can say I guess. But with some of these maps, if you think they're good, you just need to get checked out, bro. You can get checked out. But that's besides the point. We're going to get into this ranking Nocturne Tone. I feel it shouldn't be that difficult, to be honest. I feel it should be very easy. It goes in the C tier. Is it as advanced as some of the later maps? Obviously not. But it's the kickstart of zombies. You have to put the respect on its name. So it's like, I feel that's the best place for it. I feel like Nocturne Tone is iconic in a lot of ways. So I feel C tier is the best because it kicked off the story. So I just put it in C tier to put respect on its name. Verrückt. It's going to go into good. Because it improved on Nog's shortcomings. Introduced the perk system. That it's crazy that it's already been that long. This was like 2009. This is 17 years ago almost. It's just insane. But yeah, Verrückt is a good map. It's a hard, challenging map. It's for the hardcore players that want a difficult challenge. Yeah. Shino Numa. This is gonna go right next to Nocturne Tone. Well, let me change the E to F. There you go. Alright. Shino Numa is it's on the same level as a Nocturne Tone. And it's not as good as Verrückt, but I feel it's there. It's no one plays like the BO1 or BO3 version of this map. You're playing the World at War first version, a ROG version, because of one thing and one thing only: 24 zombie cap, and the fact that you can get ammo every 5 or 6 rounds, something like that, and you get enough ammo in the Wonderwall to take out a whole horde. Or I think it's 2 shots and then you're able to take out a whole horde. Something like that, something crazy like that. But it didn't really innovate anything new other than, I guess, introducing the Wonderwall. But other than that, this map is not even going to get discussed very much because it's just going in the great. It's the best World at War map. To me, it is a top 10 map, I feel. If we're talking Treyarch Zombies, it is top 10. This map, it made Pack-a-Punch, it made the teleporting system, it introduced concepts that are still being implemented in some way or another in Zombies. So that's how I feel. It should be no lower than great. It's a great map. Kino der Toten. My first Zombies map ever. People like to do this map dirty, and people like to praise it too much. It's not as good as Darius. In fact, I'm gonna put it above Verrückt. But it didn't do anything Darius didn't do. It didn't evolve. It didn't evolve anything. Oh, I'm glad to talk about this one. Ooh, baby. 5. 5, 5, 5. First of all, it is better than Kino. You can, you can, you can debate me all you want. 5 is a better map than Kino. You're playing as JFK in the Pentagon. Like, that concept alone, the fact that they haven't, like, tried to do something similar with this, with, like, modern day presidents and stuff, I guess maybe because they're scared of, like, flack from, like, Democrat and Republicans. So this isn't a political video. But this map, it's definitely one of the best maps on BO1. 100%. So, I'm going to put it in B, but it is above Kino der Tone. It is a good map. People be disrespecting 5 in their tier list. That needs to stop. Stop. 5 is a good map. It's a good map. Ascension. Ascension, it introduced some new, tacticals. But, Ascension is definitely, like, I'll put Ascension in good, but it's gonna be like, it's gonna be good, but it's not better than 5 in my personal opinion. You can agree, disagree all you want, but and when I talk about this map, I'm talking about the BO1 version, the original version. Because obviously with BO3, you can just get rid of this problem with Death and Nuclear Winter Gobblegum. The monkeys are the worst thing ever. You essentially have to limit how many you gotta limit the perks you're gonna drink, and if you drink multiple perks, you gotta make sure they're like within like the next room of each other or the next like stairs above each other. Because if these motherfuckers take it, if they take your quick revive, it doesn't even matter if you went down. It's still one of the quick revive, self revive slots. It doesn't matter yeah. But like that's the only flaw I can say with Ascension is the monkeys are a pain. For the BO1 version, of course, as I've said. Call of the Dead. I'm gonna say it right now. It's a great map. Don't at me. Don't at me. Is it better than the Reese? Yes. In my personal opinion, yes. Call it Dead, like the Reese, is a top 10 map of all time. Don't at me. Call it Dead, you have George A. Romero, the guy who essentially created the horror of zombies in this map as a boss. That in of itself is just insane. You got Robert Englund, Michael Rooker, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Danny Trejo. That's just an amazing cast of characters right there. So like I feel like there's no better spot for it than the great tier. Rather, if you want to put it above or below the Reese, that's up to you. I personally like it better, but when it comes to that, it's your personal opinion. Shangri-La. Ooh, this map. Ooh. One, they make the baby gun so rare in the box that you'll probably get the ray gun 5 times in a row before you get it. That's just like in Ascension and Kino, for example. Hell, even 5. I feel the Winter's Howl's like it's a trash wonder weapon, but you at least get it more out of the box than the baby gun. They made that so rare, and when they do that on a like if it was like if they made like the Thunder Gun super rare on Kino, because Kino is a relatively easy map. It's got a couple good camping spots, a couple of good training spots, so it's like if you wanted to make the wonder weapon really rare on that map, sure. But this map is the hardest map on BO1. and probably one of the hardest maps of all time. But it's not the challenging, oh, let's have fun, like Call of Dead or a Verrückt. It's a, I want to pull my hair out because it's just so, ugh. The BO3 version is slightly better, but I'm not ranking that version. I'm ranking the classic BO1 version. I'm going to have to put it in fine. I'll put it above Shinonuma. Moon. Ooh. One of the most iconic zombies maps of all time. If we're doing Easter eggs, this was going S tier, and I don't care what anyone says, but we're not talking about Easter eggs. It has the best Easter egg ending of all time. Don't at me. No ending has topped this. The only ending that might have topped this was the Origins ending, but that wasn't really like a grand, like, it's really good in different ways, but this is like the way more grand ending. It sets up BO2. Sets up BO2 pretty well. I'm gonna put Moon. I'm gonna put Moon top of good. It's a good map. The astronaut, the BO3 version is definitely the better version. But if it was BO3 version, I'd probably put it in A if it was BO3 version. But this is the BO1 version, so I'm gonna put it in up there in good, just better than 5. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Here we go. Transit. Oh boy. So, this map, when it first came out, was widely regarded as the worst zombies map of all time. Now, 14 years have passed, and people are kind of changing their opinion on it. Solo, it's testicular cancer on solo. Don't get me wrong. But when you're playing with friends, it's a fun time. It's when you don't want to have a serious zombies map and a fun zombies match, hop on transit with your buddies. So, with that being said, can I put it in awful? It's going to be awful or bad. I'm gonna put it in bad. Because it would have been awful 14 years ago, but now it's just bad because we have more bottom of the barrel maps that have come 14 years after this. So it's like, you can't really put it in awful when there's way worse maps out there. We're not gonna rank the mini maps, so we're just gonna move on. Nuketown Zombies, Nuketown Zombies is just eh. I'm gonna put it below Verrückt. It's just eh. No. My bad. I'm gonna put it below Nocturne Toten, actually. My bad. Yeah. It is probably the worst of the fine maps. It's bordering on bad, but what is the main problem with this map? Random perk spawn. You could either get Juggernog on round 5 or on round 25. And that's not very... Sure. Giving you a challenge of not having Jug right off the rip is a neat concept. It's a good challenge. But when you're asking me to go 20, 25 rounds of 2-hit system without Jug, yeah, you pack it up, buddy. You're done. Out of here. No. But other than that, this is probably the best. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say it right now. When we get to those maps, I'll just discuss it. Die Rise. Oh my goodness. Now, Die Rise. Again, they remastered Die Rise. Well, Treyarch didn't, but like the Zombies community did, and I heard it's pretty much better. But if we're talking about the original BO2 version, it's got to go bad. Is it better or worse than Transit? I would say it's worse than Transit just because of the simple fact that if you have a bunch of friends, you can have fun on it. It's as simple as that. So I feel that's like the proper place for Die Rise. Mob of the Dead. Whoops, did not mean to. Mob of the Dead. This is gonna be the first perfect. Ugh. This map, it revitalized BO2. It stopped it from being a real stinker to becoming. It started the trend of really good maps because after this, it's just banger after banger, for the most part at least. Um, what has been said about Mob of the Dead that hasn't been said before? It's a classic. You introduce four new characters, and to this day, they're as beloved. Some people even love them more than the OG crew, Ultimus or Primus. That they're like they feel they're on par with them. If you do that in one map with four new characters, you've done something good. The whole concept of the map being on Alcatraz Island, perfect. Um, the simple fact that you can pretty much reverse you going down just by surviving rounds, I like that a lot because you can pretty much get self revives back essentially, um, which is why like quick revive is not entirely in this map at all. But yeah, it is near perfect. It's on the near perfect tier. What is a what is it like? What is like a bad thing you could say about Mob of the Dead? You just can't. Buried. Oh, this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but Buried is S tier. Buried is S tier. I personally think I like Buried better than Mob of the Dead. I still think Mob of the Dead's really great, but I prefer Buried. Now, before you guys say, "Oh, I'm just a noob that likes easy maps," first of all, Buried is not easy. One, they nerfed the paralyzer, so you can't just go for infinite round with just a paralyzer. You have to actually be strategic on how you get to round 100 on this map, because after round 30, the paralyzer stops working, and then when you get into the 40s, your regular guns start working. It's just no. You have to use buildables. You have to use the resonator or whatever. The thing that just pretty much blows them away like a thunder gun. You have to use that. And being able to get every perk on this map by every 5 rounds going to the witch's house, perfect. Perfect. Origins. Origins. It's gonna go in S tier. I don't think it's better than Mob. But I can't deny the greatness of Origins, even though I think some stuff are annoying. Like with Mob, I can barely name anything that are flaws about the map. Origins, the mud is annoying. It's annoying. The Templar rounds, fuck no, baby. I'm trying to do something, and then on the other side of the map, these motherfuckers want to destroy the generator. No, no. But besides that, the map is pretty great. But yeah, we're moving on to BL3 now. Shadows of Evil. It is S tier, obviously. Now, I have a debate within myself. Buried and Shadow switch for me. They do. They switch for me all the time, but Those are my two goats, Shadows and Buried. Um, Buried is Buried and Shadows are my two goats. What about Shadows has not been said yet? It's so good. It, it the fact that it's in Morgue City, which is like based off Chicago. I live close to there, so it's like it really hits home with me. So it's like, yeah, and for that and most other things that many YouTubers have said over the sun at this point. Shadows is an S tier map. If you think it's any lower, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. The Giant. The Giant was a launch bonus. Um, I'm not. I don't think it's as good as Doris. I'm gonna think it's a. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it right there, right behind Moon. It's not as good as Doris because it's pretty much the same map, Doris, but just modernizing BO3 mechanics and stuff. So it's like, yeah. Um, it didn't do anything new. It's the same mechanics as Doris, so doesn't necessarily make it bad. I feel it complements Shadows with like a casual experience with that. Oh, if you want to grind Easter egg with Shadows of Evil, so BO3 was like a perfect launch. Um, Derizen Draha. Derizen Draha will go right there above Origins. It's Origins simplified. I say this all the time. If you're friends with me, you know. I think DE is so much better than Origins in so many ways. It takes all the headaches, it simplifies it. It has four new wonder weapons, four new elemental wonder weapons, and it simplifies. It's simplified Origins, which is why it's higher than Origins. Yeah. So, essentially, there's that. Um, Zetsubo no Shima. Now, this map is definitely a step down in quality. But it's not a bad map. People like to rag on it. I'm gonna put it right there. Wait, no. I'm gonna. It's right there, right there. I think it's a good map. It's not a trash map, but like after we've just been getting banger after banger, it's a real letdown. The Wonder Weapon is pretty good, but the Thrashers, they are just unreal. If you're in tight space, see you in the next life, bro. It's over. Gorod Krovi. I'm gonna put it in grade. Um, right there. For me, it's not better than Call of Dead, but it's still great. It's still a great map. The concept, excellent. It's inverted Doris in a lot of ways. Um, I just saw what's up next. Fuck my life. Revelations. Revelations, man. When we were supposed to get the Great War map, people really wanted a map that combined every other map into one. For some reason. For some reason, we needed that. Not something original, not something crazy, not something on the grain of like an Origins or a DE. No. We needed a copy and paste of maps that have already been either in this game or in previous games. So, it's got to go to top of fine. Just for that. It is a fun and easy round 100 because you have two of the most overpowered wonder weapons ever. Plus with the gobble gums, you're never gonna run out of ammo. But this map is it just feels so. I don't know how to explain it. It's not lifeless. They did put effort in this, but it feels like lackluster because we were wanting. I personally was wanting a Great War map, but then we didn't get that. We got Revelations, and it would set the precedent for what we're about to talk about, BO4. BO4 zombies. We're going to start off actually with a good map. 9. 9 is actually, it is the best map in BO4 in my personal opinion. I would say it's bottom of grade. Because 9, with how BO4's mechanics work, 9 works the best. The BO4 mechanics were built for 9. The concept of being in the Coliseum and you're entertaining people, that's crazy cool. I ain't gonna lie. Voyage of Despair. It's gonna be our first awful tier. Voyage of Despair. Horrendous. The concept of the map. If we're looking at this map on paper, it should be S tier. It should be alongside fucking DE Shadows and Origins, Mob, and for me Buried. But it should be on paper along the greats on paper. You're using a real life location in the Titanic, but instead of like preventing the Titanic from sinking as an Easter egg, it sinks like it does in real life. Wow. Oh. And the saddest fact is 9 didn't start the Chaos story. Chaos started so bad with Voyage of Despair. Oh, we got just another stinker, Blood of the Dead. Oh. What I will say is, it is not as bad as Voyage. Blood of the Dead is just a bad map. It's honestly worse than Transit and Die Rise. It's that bad. But it's not as bad as Voyage of Despair. Blood of the Dead, it's a remake of Mob of the Dead. People wanted to see this map come back the most, and they took a big shit on it. Instead of being one of the greats with Mob, it ended up being one of the worst. Which just sucks, man. Because I was really hoping it was going to be good. But yeah, Classified. Classified is actually not horrible. Classified, it's gonna be the top of fine. Classified is a better BO4 map. You see, because Activision are greedy morons, I've never played some of these maps, so I'm not gonna put some of these in never played because I've never played them because the stupidity of Activision. But I saw gameplay of Alpha Omega. I'm gonna get into. You know what? I keep throwing teasers, but we'll get there when we get there. D Machine, or as the guy in the promo said, D Machina. D Machine is actually a good launch map because it brought a lot of people after like how disastrous, in a way, BO4 was to BO3. D Machine, Like when we talk about remaking maps, D Machine is the best remake map ever. It takes Nocturne and Toten and does its own thing with it. And I feel like with the bunker area and stuff like that, I feel D Machine can stand on its own. It has its own aura. It has its own aura compared to Noct. Like it's not. You can see Noct is barely in the map, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in good. D Machine was a great kickstart map for Cold War. The ray gun is back to being useful. It actually kills zombies past round 25, which is just great. They brought it back. They made it powerful. Firebase Z. Oh. Firebase Z. Is it awful or bad? I'm gonna put it behind Blood. Firebase Z. When we saw the trailer for the map actually didn't look half bad. Plus, it's like the only one that's in Cold War that's like pretty much original, I think. Yeah. Which is like insane. But that's besides the point. Firebase Z, the many problems. They nerfed the Ray K for no reason. There was no reason to nerf it. You just wanted them. You just don't want people to have fun in zombies, bro. Like, am I saying it make it overpowered like a Thunder Gun or a Apothecary Servant? Of course not. But I hope it's very valuable in the later rounds, not just a hindrance. That just boggles my mind to this day. Like, why does Treyarch do that dumb shit? But they have like stuff similar to Origins, like the Templar rounds, but I feel they're even worse. Cause like, I'm pretty sure, is it when you get to the round 31 or the one in the 30s, the boss of the map comes in and you have to defeat it, or it will destroy that fucking part of the map's generator. Which, oh my goodness, they take too long. It's too long. Why are we fighting the boss without doing the Easter egg? What? No, stupid. Now let's move on to one of Cold War's good maps. Another Cold War good map, Mauer Toten. Even though it is basically a campaign map, it still is good. I feel it's still good. You could interchange D Machine and Mauer. They're pretty much on the same level of good. They're both really good maps. I feel like this is a good way to rank it. Forsaken. Oh dear Lord. The Easter egg is actually really good. The boss fight's really good. But the map itself, sheesh, man. I'm gonna put it top of bad. Because it is, I would rather play Forsaken than Transit, Die, Rise, Blooded Dead, or Firebase Z. Because that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. You can agree or disagree. That's your prerogative. Now we're moving on to BO6. Oh goodness. Terminus. It's an S tier map. I like it more than Orange. Do I like it more than DE? Nah, but it's S tier. I think it's S tier. Terminus launched with a bang. Or BO6, I should say. Terminus is a near perfect map. It's amazing in so many ways. It is probably my GOAT for BO6. Um, in terms of the map, and just the just the way it introduces you to the mechanics of BO6, they're slightly different than Cold War. They simplified the salvage system. Yeah, they did a lot of things right with Terminus, I feel. Liberty Falls. Certain people would say S tier. You know who you are. But Liberty Falls is definitely a good map. It's probably right about there. Right about there. It's not as good as Mauer or D Machine. But it's a good map. It is a good map. This is the map for BO6 at least where you turn your brain off, have fun. It's your survival. You just want to get a gun and get into zombies kind of map, which is perfect. Because BO6 had a perfect launch. It did. Citadel de Mor. A lot of people were overgassing this up, but I would have put it in great a couple years ago. Or I think it came out a year ago. Either way, that's besides the point. Citadel is I'm gonna put it the bottom of good. Because why do they keep nerfing these weapons, man? They need to stop. Stop. If it's not crashing your game, if it's not glitching your game, if it doesn't... No. There's no reason to nerf wonder weapons in a PvE mode. Are the zombies complaining? Can they complain? Like, my goodness gracious, stop nerfing these weapons, Treyarch. Goodness. Oh my goodness, I know, I just saw what's next. Oh, goodness. The Tomb is going in awful. It's one of the worst maps of all time. I honestly would rather hop on Voyage of Despair than ever touch the Tomb again. They started off so hot at first with Citadel before they obviously nerfed the shit. Because, again, never mind. They made the Ice Staff worse somehow? You bring back the Ice Staff only. Which was odd already. Like, in a way, I understand you didn't because you don't want multiple maps with 4 elemental wonder weapons. I get that. Then why bring the Ice Staff back? If you're bringing the Ice Staff back, bring back fire, bring back wind, bring back lightning. It just boggles my mind. Like, why do they do these things? But yeah, the Tomb is awful. Shattered Veil, it's gonna be just below Citadel. It's a fine map. It's an alright map. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just whatever. I like that they brought the Homie Mark II back. Kind of weird they had to build the Mark II and not the Wonderwaff. The Wonderwaff would make much more sense, but I digress. But well, I guess you don't really build it. You just get the pieces to like in the armory to unlock the thing that has the Mark II in it. But no, that's besides the point. This map is alright. Reckoning. Oh. I don't know how to feel about this map to this day. I'm just gonna put it like just above Nuketown Zombies. Like I just don't know how I feel about it to this day. It's just insane. Insane. But in a lot of ways it's really kickstarted what BO7 would become. So obviously we're in that midway point of BO7's life cycle. But this game kicked off with Ashes of the Damned. Ashes of the Damned. If we're talking about Easter eggs, this would be in its own tier. Because the tediousness of the Easter egg is unreal. But as a map, it took where Transit fell short. And it made it better. So with that being said, I'm going to put it just above Citadel. It's a good map. Surprised that BO7 has a good map, but putting my bias for the Easter egg aside, it's a good map. We're not raking these mini maps. Astra Malorium. It's just kind of, I'm gonna honestly put Astra Malorium. I'm gonna put it just bottom of fine. It just borderlines on being bad because it's like, why do you gotta make shitty wonder weapons that don't do anything? And don't come at me with that nonsense, oh, I don't know how to use it. It shoots out drones that slowly tick away at the boss. If it can't kill the boss, I don't feel there's any use for it, bro. I'm sorry, man. There's just no use for it. No use for it. Okay. Let's make a add a row below. There we go. Paradox Junction is the worst zombies map of all time. All time. It sucks. It ruined the Blundergat. It ruined it. I thought Blood ruined Mob of the Dead, but no. No, they had to ruin the Wonder Weapon too. So that's why, along with other things, it's just another remake of Nuketown. Like they already haven't done it 55 times. You wanna know how much I really hate this map? This wasn't supposed to be the original DLC 2, which really sucks. Donkey dick. It was gonna be a better map, but no, they decided because we are short on time, we gotta remake Nuketown for the 55th time. This is a multiplayer map. The best Nuketown Zombies map is honestly the Nuketown Zombies from BO2. Hot take, I said it, sorry. This map, oh my... The boss is unoriginal. The boss is stupid. It's a floating fucking rock or a heart or whatever the fuck it is. It's just a floating thing. Oh, it's so interesting you shoot at a floating thing. It's so stupid. Stupid. Worst zombies map ever. Ever. Whew. I'm glad I was able to get that rant out. And now we're on to the final map as of so far. Oh. Totenreich is like actually a good map. I'm gonna put it... I think it's on the... Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. Right there, that's good. It's just above Citadel, but like right with Ashes. It's good with Ashes. Man, I think this list is perfect, and it's gonna ruffle some feathers, but I do not care. I really could care less. Because this is how I feel about these maps, man. It's just... Ugh. But, anyways, that's the Zombies map tier. This is one of my longest videos. That isn't a live stream, so there you have that. that is the COD Zombies Treyarch map tier list. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.